Hey there, and welcome to another episode of One Email, Two Takes. I'm Will Allred. I'm joined here with my colleague, Christina Finseth. And if you haven't been here before, what we do is we take an email either submitted by y'all or received by us, and we break it down. We talk about what we like, what we don't like, and then we offer our perspective, our two different takes on how we might rewrite these emails. We walk through those as well. The idea is to help you learn how to write better emails. A quick intro on me. If you don't know, I'm Will Allred. I'm one of the co-founders at a company called Lavender. We have a Chrome extension that helps sellers write better emails faster. Now, Christina is actually an advisor with us, so I'll let her introduce herself.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows Will Allred, right? Hi, I'm Christina. Like Will said, I'm an advisor to Lavender, but I'm also leading the charge on outbound marketing for Greenhouse after Interseller. My former company was acquired in November. So lots of exciting stuff and lots of work with outbound emails.
Now, Christina, this is an email that you got, so I will let you walk us through it. I'm going to share my screen and then, but I love the title you put in.
That should be a leading indicator of what the main problem is with this email. But anyway, so I threw in the subject line, which we don't always do in every episode, but sometimes we do if it seems like something we want to call out. This subject line was really interesting to me and kind of ballsy, if I can say that word on Sales Hacker Air.
Yeah.
We've landed more clients as Interseller next. I don't know. I mean, it did get me to open it because I'm like, who the heck is this and what do they do and why did they say this, right? So, Hi, Christina. We've brought on a few more clients, including such and such company. Based on the companies that we've signed up, I believe that this will be worth your time. Feel free to choose and this is hyperlinked, meeting time at your convenience. Looking forward to hearing from you. And then a signature block a little further down.
It's bold.
It's bold, but
was the company relevant?
No, that was the other thing. The company wasn't relevant. And so if you are going to make that play, I think Will and I will both be in agreement on this, that at least choose a company that's like a competitor or like in the same wheelhouse. And it left me thinking, and what do you do? Which I know if anyone has listened to me before, I talk a lot about being somewhat vague in your emails and generating curiosity so that people will go and do their own research and feel like they're in control of that journey. It's kind of a psychological play of turning like an outbound lead into an inbound lead. But it also banks on the fact that when I go to your website, which I did in this instance, I can immediately tell what you do. And I couldn't with this one. I couldn't tell if they were a service or a software immediately. And so then I was like, all right, I'm bored. I'm going. So yeah, so many things that I'm thinking of here, but I'd love to hear your 2 cents, Will.
Yeah, I find the subject line to be real aggressive, right? It's like, hey, we've got these clients, like, you're going to love this. It's just like, I see that and I'm just like, this is, before I even open it, I'm like, this is canned spam, right? But like, the only way this is really going to play out well is like if you nail that competitor. Like, I appreciate that it's short. I hate that they like throw in the calendar link. Like if it was, hi Christina, we just started working with blank. Based on what they're seeing, I think it would be worth some time to talk about something, like give them something, right? But then like, don't just be like, at your convenience, like pick a time on my calendar, like just ask if they want to have the conversation. This is just like, it's such an interesting, aggressive take that like most people are just going to be put off by, which you talk about like, this is definitely just like canned and like sent out at mass. This company is burning their addressable market because people are just having such a bad opinion about them.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you believe what will be worth my time?
Yeah.
Knowing that and celebrating the fact that you've landed more clients, what's going to be worth my time? So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's just some pieces missing here. And like you said, I mean, you nailed it. I don't think we have to dig into it too much more,
Yeah.
but yeah,
One question I had for you is the signature
sure.
block.
Yeah.
What was in there?
Yeah, let me pull that up real fast. I'm not going to share it because we don't call people out here.
Sure.
We do it indirectly, but
Yeah.
it was
It's much more passive aggressive than
yeah, it's first name,
that.
last name, their title, the company address, which is all good for deliverability purposes, the email, the mobile phone, and then the direct website, which by the way, is not a UTM. So they're not tracking the traffic from that, at least through Google Analytics, maybe through their email
Yeah.
platform. And then a little bit further below that, it says, is this email not relevant to you? Click here. So they have an unsubscribe option, which you're giving away that this is for sure canned spam.
100%. Okay. And that the reason I ask is because of my take. And I was like, if you're not going to say what you do, let your signature line do some of that lifting for you. And so we've actually found this in our own emails to be kind of helpful. Is like give like almost like a tagline underneath like the company name or give the website. The thinking being like, if we're not going to like explicitly state what we do, the signature line can do that for you. So the framework thinking here is pretty simple, right? So talking about channel reports. So we did eventually go look up the company. It's like, what do they do? And so my take is, hi, Christina. I was running a few competitive Google searches. Also took a look at your Facebook ads page. Looks like the team is investing across channels. Given you're hiring a marketing analyst, is this because cross-channel measurement is eating time? So the company offers like a dashboard that pulls it all together, right? So like I use that as like little line here in the signature to answer that, like, what is this question? And then they can go to the website if they want to dig deeper. But I'm focusing like on a problem, not on some like vague notion of like, it's going to be worth your time, I promise, right? Like, I don't believe you. I don't trust you. You haven't done anything to establish that trust. So in order to establish that, I'm not going to be like, it's going to be worth your time. I'm going to be like, hey, I've been putting in the work. I did Google searches. I looked at Facebook ads pages. It looks like the team is investing across channels. So based on that, I saw you're hiring a marketing analyst. Is that because cross-channel measurement is eating time? So like the cross-channel measurement eating time is like, is that the problem? Is this your current solution for it? Because there's a way cheaper way to go about it. And all that's kind of implied, but that's my approach. If like, you're not going to state explicitly what you do, it's more of like observation, an insight based on that observation, and then ask if something is a problem.
I love this. This is the right way to generate curiosity and get your prospect to go, this is a big pain point for me right now. You're like hitting it. And now I'll go look. Oh, wait, no code marketing dashboards. Okay. I kind of know what you do, at least at a surface level, right? Now I can go and dig deeper if I want to. So I love this. I think this approach would work really well. Just a side note, we're just pretending here. I'm not actually hiring a marketing analyst. So if you're watching this, you're like, oh my gosh, Christina's hiring a marketing analyst. Let me go put in my application. I'm actually not, but I like this approach because you could scale this, right? You could go and look at companies that are hiring for like an initial marketing analyst and make the assumption that this might hit some nerves, right? With little to no full personalization here. You can kind of scale this too.
Yeah, I mean, you could simplify this down and be like, hi, Christina, saw the team is investing ad spend across multiple channels. Given you're hiring a marketing analyst, is this because cross-channel measurement is eating time? Right? That'd be a super simple way to scale that. Cool. All right. So
my approach is so different. This is why we do this, right? 1 email, 2 takes. Plus, I just have more insight into, and mine's a little bit more realistic to the business. But
Well,
Yeah.
and yeah, my scenario is made up.
What I do like is that we both used subject lines that are part of that triage process, right? That our
Mhm.
prospects go through, where they're like, oh, paid campaigns. Okay, that's top of mind for me, potentially, right? Or channel marketing, whatever.
Oh,
So
yeah.
here's, yeah. Go ahead, Will. Did you want to say something?
Nope.
Sorry.
I
I
just
thought I was cutting you off.
nodding.
Anyway, all right. So going into my rewrite here, Christina, from my research, it doesn't look like Interseller has invested much in paid marketing campaigns. Is this something that's in the works? Our platform, right, helps companies like, and let's name a like company, manage paid channel performance, ad spend, and marketing data sources in one place. Assuming you're diving more into paid strategy in the upcoming months, worth a chat. And so what I did here is it's the same play, right? In some ways, this person is implying they went and did some Google competitive searches. They went and looked at maybe Facebook ad marketplace. They've realized that Interseller is pretty low key and we don't have a whole lot of paid strategy going on, at least from what they can see. And so instead of just automatically assuming, we're going to ask them like, is this something that's in the works, right? We don't want to assume that. So that's the approach I took. I'm going to stop. Will, I know you have things to say about it, but this was my approach this morning pre-coffee.
I love the little carrot. It's so good.
Love my carrots.
Yep. It's just like, you think about email, it's such a visual format. We look at like how people actually behave in the inbox. First 3 seconds are basically them just like staring at, a pattern, and they're like, what is this? And they might be trying to like filter out some keywords. And so they see like paid marketing campaigns. Yeah. And then like does this look like overwhelming? And then they scan it over like a quick stretch of time. And so that arrow like keeps their eyes and attention on the most important thing, which is, you did your research and doesn't look like they're investing. Is that something that's in the works, right? It's such a conversational, like good way to like get the conversation going. Also like that from my research, I feel like you like are gonna get the open just based off of that little opener right there. And then you back it up, of course, but just starting like that, as opposed to, I saw someone the other day start an email with, looks like you're losing monthly active users. And I was like, how did you get to that conclusion? You need to like, show some of your work, right? So like that was like one of my initial takeaways. I love that.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, listen, I think we have two very different takes per use. I actually am not going to say that I feel like there was a clear winner. I think we both took it different directions, and I'm happy with what we both came up with.
I like yours. I mean, it's very clear what it is the company provides. Obviously, like, situationally, it's much more appropriate as well. And the use of like the unsure tones throughout, like it doesn't look like, is that something that's in the works? You cleanly state what it is that y'all do. Assuming this is something you're doing, is it worth a chat? Like it's very tentative in its approach, and the data would support that your email would get more replies.
But what does Lavender grade it as? Don't do that now live.
Let's do that now.
I don't want to be put on the spot. I get a little anxious when Lavender gets involved, but it also tells a lot of truths. So, but no, I think this was a good episode. And, if you're listening in for the first time, we do these weekly. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Subscribe to Sales Hacker. They post these through their YouTube channel, as well as through their weekly newsletter. So cool. Until next time.